What is
Mm.
up, boys, girls, and everything in between? This is another episode of LayIzzy's Introspection Connection. I am Izzy,
I am Lay.
and this week, hey, listen, we normally do research for our episode. We decide what we're going to talk about, but nah, this week we're shooting straight from the hip, and we're talking about
Hmm.
dating versus relationships. Now this is gonna be a little bit of a intricate discussion because full disclosure here, I haven't been in very many relationships, but I have dated a lot of ladies, so I have experience with that. Well, Lay is gonna tell you about the other side of things when talking about dating versus relationships, and that is the relationship aspect of things. So here we go. And I guess do you want to start, Lay, or should I start?
I think you should start because dating usually falls before
That's true.
getting
Yeah.
into the relationship.
Yeah. Okay. So dating. Okay, so for me, dating it can be complicated but yet adventurous at times. And what I mean by that is, like like I ha you got I have a lot of, I have a lot of like female friends and stuff like that. And a lot of those who are like my female friends won't ask me the type of questions like that a woman that's interested in dating me might ask. So for example, here are some of the questions that I've gotten on dates. So one of the first questions is I don't know what there's a common misconception that a lot of people seem to have about the differently able community, and that is that every differently able person is every form of every form of differently able is a has to do with paralysis. Like they assume that we're all paralyzed. So that's one of the first things that I get. And I have to clearly clarify to them, but that not every every like different ability uh deals with paralysis. So for example, like me with cerebral palsy, I it does impact my lower body. However, I'm not paralyzed. So that's one of the things that I get, and having to explain that to them. And then the next thing is I swear it never fails. The next thing is, have you had sex before? So then it's like that. I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem answering that, but like unless like that's my intention or that's where we see this going at some point, like like why would you ask that? Like I get the genuinely curious, but if you're just gonna ask that and it's not your intention, then like why ask that? So it's like, and a lot of the times I do answer, and I said, by the grace of God, I have had a very, very healthy sex life, So and
Nice.
not a lot of not a lot of people that have different abilities. It doesn't matter what it is.
Hmm.
In general, they don't have healthy sex lives. So I'm like I've been absolutely blessed to have that, and that's something that I never take for granted. So then it's like, okay, and then all right, so once okay, so let me go back a little bit. Once I was dating this lady one time. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want. Anyway, I'm dating this lady one time, and she, like everything was going good in the beginning, and then, the honeymoon phase, everything's going good.
Yeah.
You're spending time with each other, you're always talking on the phone, like all this stuff. And then like once those, for me, it's like I don't know. For me, for sometimes it's always the 4 or 5 month mark in that relationship, in a particular relationship that ends, and then all of a sudden, like their true colors show, and it's like
Yeah.
they're not calling you every day. They're not, you're not talking to each other, and everybody, where you're both assuming the worst, like, oh, are they cheating on me and this, that, and the other thing. But for me, it's like, wh- I don't know. And this is gonna sound really fucked up, but this is the reality of it. Like a lot of women afterwards, like after the honeymoon phase is over, they think that, I'm some sort of a burden. Like they're gonna have to take care of me the rest of their lives. And this is, and I've heard this when women have, kind of screwed me over in the end, and I'm like, what happened? And they're like, oh, that I don't want to sound fucked up, but I don't want to like just take care of you the rest of my life. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I've never asked you to take care of me. Second of all,
Right.
I don't like, I really don't need it. And then, and then, so like, why are you assuming that? It's like, oh, because you're in a wheelchair and da da da, and this, that, and the other. And this goes back to my point of people seeing the different ability rather than the person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, unless I ask you to help me with something, like, don't assume it. Like this is what I know. I'm like, it sounds like I'm bitching and complaining here, but that's the reality of it. Like, but yeah, I'm just saying, like not all my relationships have been like that, but like a few of them have. So it's like, and I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, I would never ask my partner to do anything that I'm capable of doing myself, Like that's just
Mm-hmm.
stupid. Like I'm not just because I have a partner doesn't mean I'm gonna take advantage of them and stuff like that. Like you don't do that shit. Like if you're capable of doing something yourself, then just do it. Like, and if you ask for help, maybe they help. I'm not saying they should or they would, but maybe they may, like, if you ask for help, maybe they'll help you. But I'm not gonna automatically assume, hey, now that we're moved in together and stuff like that, that you automatically have to do this, that, and the other thing. No, I'm not gonna do that. But and so for me, dating, my last relationship, but I also go through the typical stuff in a relationship. Like my last partner wasn't a bad partner in that aspect, but she was a bad partner in the sense that like I had to kind of get her to pull teeth. It was like pulling teeth trying to get her to spend time together, So like it would
Oh my
always
goodness.
be, yeah, it would always be an excuse, like, oh, I have to work, da da da. And I'm like, I'm very understanding. Okay, I understand that you have to work. Like I don't have the typical 9 to 5 job. I do a YouTube channel, but like, and I travel a lot, but I don't, I'm not in an office every day, doing a 9 to 5 job and all that. So I get it. I get the grind of working. So that's not a problem for me. Like I don't be like, hey, oh, you gotta work, da, da. No, this, that, and the other. Okay, no, you gotta work because you gotta pay bills. This is part of being an adult. I get it. But the thing with me is the thing with me is, like I don't ask you for a lot of time. Like I just want my thing is I don't ask you for a lot of time, but the time that we do spend together, like it has to be worth it. Like it doesn't have to be like every day 24/7. I'm just and but in the end it's like she didn't want to do any of that. And then like out of the blue for no reason, like one day I went to text her and say, "Hey, are you doing anything this weekend?" And then I find out from a mutual friend of ours that introduced us to each other, like that she blocked me on everything, like for no reason. I'm like, wait, what the hell is going on here? And then I asked my friend to like kind of reach out to her and stuff like that. And then she goes, oh, that she said that like that you're annoying and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, oh, I okay. Uh So then yeah, that's how that one ended. But yeah, it's so fucking stupid. But anyway, it is what it is. But
I'm
one more
sorry.
no. One more thing before I kick it over to Leia, man. To my co-host here, because I feel like I'm like running the show here and it sucks. But
No, it's fine. Keep
but
talking.
oh yeah, no, but no, in all seriousness, and here's the funny thing. This is why, and here's why I don't tell my mom about my dating life. Here's the sole reason why. This is, and it's okay to laugh at this. It's gonna probably make you
Oh
feel a
no.
little uncomfortable, but it's gonna make I'm telling you, it's okay to laugh at this. And when you're watching this or you're listening to this out there, please have a laugh at my expense. I really don't care because, like I said, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? Anyway, so what do you call it? No. So here's the sole reason why I don't tell my mom about my dating life. My mom. So every time I would say, "Hey, I'm seeing a girl or a woman or I'm interested in a woman," and here's her first question. Not, the typical how did we meet? What does she do? Da, 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 this, then your thing. You want to take a crack at what you think the first question that my mom asks is like?
Let me think. Let me think. Is she gonna take care of you?
No, not even that. See, I would deal with that, but
Oh.
no, it's not even that.
All right, I'm gonna try again.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Who is this bitch?
No, actually, I would deal with that too, but it's not even that.
Oh God, it's worse.
Yes. Okay,
Just tell me. Just tell me.
okay. So the first question that my mom asks when I tell her that whether I'm seeing a woman or I'm interested in a woman is, can she walk?
Oh my. Wow.
Yeah, dead serious, dead serious. It has never failed.
Why does that matter though?
Oh, because okay, see, that's a great follow-up question that matters to her because according to her, and I don't know for what reason, and she's seen how independent I've become over the years, and she's played a huge part in that. I'm not gonna lie, but her thing is, oh, how are two people if she doesn't walk, how are two people in wheelchairs gonna take care of each other? So she automatically assumes that I need somebody to take care of me. And then if she's in a wheelchair, like, how are we going to take care of each other?
Oh
Not,
my
not
goodness.
even joking. Not even joking. I put that on everything that I love.
Ah, not even. Oh, is she a nice girl?
Oh no, she
What's her
didn't.
name?
Oh no, she didn't care about any of that.
Oh
She didn't care about any of that. No,
no.
if I tell her she's a nice girl, oh yeah, you better watch these women, man, because they want to take advantage of you and take your money and all this shit. I'm like, what?
I'm sorry, it's not funny, but
No, yeah, yeah, no, no. Like I said, laugh, please, please laugh. Don't
no, I'm
feel,
laughing because it's relatable.
please, no, just no, 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 no. Don't explain yourself. Just laugh. This is absolutely hilarious. This is why I don't say
And it's
anything.
freaking sad.
It is, but it's also hilarious at the same time. All right, so
It,
now,
it's not even it's not even like she, you know, was calm about it. Like, oh, is she a nice girl? What's her
oh no,
name?
not at all, not at all.
It's just she just went right
Yeah,
straight to the point.
yeah.
It goes back to what I said previous episodes.
Oh my God, I gotta.
Mm, mm,
My mom
mm,
is gonna
mm.
listen to this at some point, but I really don't give a shit.
Like it's that tough love mentality. That brutally honest mentality. Like
Yeah, for sure.
like it's great to have it, but sometimes it's just not necessary.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
I don't know how we segue into the next part of this, but
Oh, my bad.
hey, so now that we talked about relationships and my
Wait, we talked about dating first.
yeah, now that we sorry, see, this is why Lay's here, because if I hosted this thing on my own, it would be completely off the rails. Not that it isn't
Yeah,
already.
I was listening.
Not that it isn't already. What do you call it? Anyway, so now we're gonna talk about relationships, and that is an area of expertise that Lay has a lot of experience with. So I'm just gonna kick it over to Lay
Oh,
and let her do her thing. Go ahead.
oh my goodness. All right. So relationships, in my own opinion, is what happens after the 5 or 6 month um part of like that after you jump out of the dating phase. Well, not the dating phase, the dating period. You're jumping right into like the what do you call it? The quote unquote marriage life, like the beginning stages of marriage life. Uh, See, my experience is that like when it comes to that life, like I was always friends with my significant others first. So I already like knew how they were already, and then eventually we transitioned into like the relationship aspect of it. So it was like, all right, I could see myself being with this person. We already know a lot about each other because we already like gone through what most people go through with when they date. So it's like nothing awkward. However, I was proven wrong because, people assume that once you get into a relationship, you already, like me, you already know a lot about that person, when in reality you really don't, because then they start showing other areas and other like sides of them that you was like that surprises you.
Right.
So like it's it becomes I don't know, it's like it's a lot. It's like, whoa, where the hell this come from? Like I thought we already went through the uncomfortable stages already, but you're showing me more stuff? Like
Hmm.
what the hell? And then, my first relationship lasted 10 years. We eventually got married. Um we met he was my high school he past tense was my high school sweetheart. Um and it was good, but we were young. We got married young. I was 20. Believe he past tense was a couple of years older than me. So we're already like starting our lives. So we don't know where we want to go, what we wanted to do. And eventually we got divorced. Um and he past tense is now she, which I am very very happy for her. I am very, because she's living her truth. She's living she's comfortable in her skin. And this is from what I heard from friends. Friends that I've gone to high school with, that we've gone to high school with. So I'm very happy for her. I am. So then after that, I got into a relationship um with a friend of mine in college, who thankfully I'm still friends with today. But that we broke up because I said I realized that it wasn't fair for me. I feel like at the time that I needed that comfort from someone, rather than like comforting myself. because that's what I was used to for 10 years before that other relationship I got into. And I was like, I need to find who I am because I don't know who I am. I was I was so used to receiving that comfort from other people and not giving myself that comfort that I needed. So I gave myself time and and I ended up in my current relationship, which was natural, which actually was funny because that was my first experience going through like the dating and the relationship um stages. That was all new to me. So it was just all natural. Like I wasn't looking, he wasn't looking. We just vibed. And I'm grateful for that. That was in 2019. Now we've been together, well, July 6th would make it 5 years.
Oh, this is beautiful. And shout out to Nick. Shout out to
Yes,
Nick.
shout out to Nick.
And as we're recording this, I believe tomorrow is his birthday, right? Correct? Is that
Yes, tomorrow. It's officially his birthday.
nice, nice.
Mhm.
So yeah, shout out to Nick. Incredible guy. Met him myself.
Yes.
Yeah, incredible dude.
He's okay.
Stop. Stop. And I'm sure he says the same thing about you.
Oh, we bust each other's balls every day.
No, but
There's no filter.
no, but
No.
serious in all seriousness, Nick is an incredible dude. And I did not know he and my birthdays are only 11 days apart. That's
Yeah. Too
I'm
many
a
damn
little
Pisces birthday. Wait,
uh,
you're a Pisces, right?
nope, I'm in Aries.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Anyway,
Aries. Oh, so when does Aries start again?
Aries starts on the 20 either I think the 21st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
I'm on the 22nd, so I'm in Aries. So yeah.
A
What do you call it? No, but yeah, so and yeah, I mean, I'm sure Nick is gonna be listening to this episode, but
Oh, for sure.
why don't we have a little fun and what's one of Nick's pet peeves about you?
Oh, oh shit.
We should have had him on for this episode, but
Wait, I could go get hold on.
oh yeah,
Wait
matter
one
of fact,
second.
oh yeah, oh man, this is gonna
Wait,
be
wait, wait,
good.
wait.
Yes, go
Wait,
get
hold
him
up.
in, bring him in, bring him
I'm gonna
in,
text him real quick
please bring him in,
because he's always on his damn phone. So hold on.
bring him in. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what an unexpected turn of events. Uh,
I
the
don't want to
man,
just like scream his name. Can
the man that we are talking about may make a possible appearance on this podcast. Hopefully, one of the first of many.
oh yeah.
All right. Oh, this is great. This is why I love this, man. Hold on. For those of
Hold on. I
you
text him, so let's see what happens.
for those of you who are not watching this and just listening, Lay is currently texting her significant other and trying to get him in the room.
He's
And
coming right now.
oh, there he is. What's
Hold on.
going on, Nick?
You're wanted.
Hello?
Ah,
You're speaking to the mic.
Oh, right, right. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, I'm kind of winging this.
hey, what's going on, brother?
I'm doing all right. How about you? Can you hear me? I'm
Yes,
hoping that's
sir.
picking
Yes,
me up.
sir. Yes, sir. Lay and I are just talking about
You hear him?
relationships versus dating. And and she was talking about what she was telling the people out there what she really thinks of you. All good things, by the way. But well, no, I was asking her what's one of your pet peeves as it pertains to her?
Pet peeves?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I mean, for the most part, we do get along and work with each other, but I think if there really is
Ah.
one thing, is the occasional, slew of like, hey, can you do this, this, and this as I'm relaxed, like settling down, and it's like, okay.
Hey, listen, man. You can say no. You can say no to her. I do it all the time. You can say no to her.
The problem is a lot of it's valid stuff to do to get ready before bed, but it's like, oh, you want this now? I guess it's like, oh, it's like, hey, can you do this? All right, I'm good. Back to bed. It's like, hey, can you do this now? And it's like 10 times getting up.
Oh, come on. Is that really? Is that what you do? Come on. That is so not
Okay.
cool.
No, no.
I mean, it
Uh,
does get annoying, but otherwise, for the most part, um, it's probably the one pet peeve. Otherwise, I can't really complain all too much, honestly.
oh, come on. I want the dirt, man. Come on. There's got to be something. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like for the most part, how do I word this? For the most part, we have our ups and downs in our relationship. I'm sure we get under each other's skin for being whatever, and we get annoying to each other, just mess with each other all day. But in reality, very minimal probably compared to certain relationships. We communicate almost uh almost about everything on a regular. We try to stay on page for the most part. Yeah, we piss each other off. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally. But we make it work.
Oh man, no, that's absolutely beautiful. Now I want you to kind of stay in the room for a sec while I ask Lay what is her pet peeve as it pertains to you. So let me see if I can uh, I want you to hear as she's explaining her pet peeve as it pertains to you.
Got it. That's fine. I mean, I'll give her the
Yeah,
headphones
just
and
just yeah,
microphone back.
stay in the room for a second, brother. I just want to I just want you to
You're
I
good, man.
want to get your natural reaction as she's explaining this, as she's saying this.
Probably already have an idea what she's gonna say, but sure. Anyway, good
All right,
talking to you,
let's
man.
see. Oh,
It's
for
been a little
sure.
bit.
For sure, for sure. Always a pleasure,
I
my
know you
brother.
Yeah, I know you guys are working on the podcast and everything, and
Always a
I try
pleasure.
not to. Yes,
You're recorded, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
aware.
always a pleasure, my brother.
Just like you know.
I'm aware. I'm just saying it's a pleasure.
See? Annoying.
So, so, uh, what do you call it? What is your pet peeve when it comes to Nick?
Oh, hold up. Let's see.
Wow, she's pretty good. So you probably got 100 of them. Meanwhile, this man just said the nicest things about you, and you got 100 of them. That is
Oh my goodness.
so not cool.
So, one of the biggest pet peeves is every time I ask him to do something, and it's like he gets distracted doing something else, and I'm like, "Did you do what I asked you to do?" He's like, "Oh, no, no, I didn't." I'm like, "But you just heard me."
Oh my God.
Oh my God. He said he had a hunt. See? I was right.
Oh my goodness. You know what? You know what? It happens. It happens because
Oh my gosh.
do you hold on, let me
Like,
ask you this. Do you do you ask him to do something while you know he's in the middle of something else, or do you wait and wait till he's done doing the thing that he needs to do and then ask him?
I plead the fifth.
No, no, no. So
I plead the fifth.
so if the former is the case, then come like if the former is the case, then obviously he's gonna finish what he needs to do before helping you. So it's not really a pet peeve. It's
I mean, hold on. Okay. I feel like I'm on. I feel like I'm like, never mind. Okay. So sometimes, but most of the time, I ask him one thing, and then he forgets to do it. But then I'm owning up to it. Relax, because I see you. There are times when I do ask him, and he's already doing what I already originally asked him to do. Like I add on to it.
ah
I am guilty of doing that. Yes. So yes, both.
uh so do you also say I want you to do this, but then when he does what's that, brother? What-
Oh, he's saying something. Hold on. Come, you gotta come back. Oh, this mic is really good. It can pick up.
Just for the record, I'm just equally as at fault for forgetting. You know, like she'll mention I'll be distracted with something or in my head about whatever. And then, I forget to do it. It's all honest mistakes, really, but it I guess that's really our pet peeve between each other, eh? Yours is just as often too, just saying. It's equal. Yeah. So,
No,
yeah.
since you
That's
I
all right. I
had
mean, if that's really the worst of it, that's
really,
there could be a lot worser
really,
issues that we
yeah,
could have, right?
absolutely,
It could be worse.
absolutely.
Don't
But
got it all
no,
figured out sometimes, but we make it work together.
yeah, no. Let me ask you this.
That's all I
Let me
got.
ask you this. What do you call
Asking
it?
me or him?
No, I'll ask you, and since Nick is still in the room, he can verify my question that I have. Now, so do you when you ask him to do certain things and he doesn't do it to your liking, do you say, "Can you?" Or he does it correct? Matter of fact, no, he does it correctly, but then you say, "Oh, why didn't you do it the way I pictured you doing it in my head?" Is it does any of that come up?
No, because I have this habit of like, if it's not done the way that's it pictured in my head, I would go back and fix it.
You do.
I do that. Yes. And he even agreed. He said, yes, I do.
Grab your
Uh,
fish.
A-
It's fine.
And he's like, hold on. Go ahead.
No, you could just
Okay. He said, I have my visions and that's fine.
ah,
And that is true.
okay. Just making sure because sometimes sometimes that happens too. Like to me, like I'll ask my aide to help me do something, and then I'm like, she'll do it correctly, but it ain't the way that I picture doing it. So then I have to go back and
Hmm.
so yeah, that's a habit that I have too. So that's why I asked that question.
See, goes back to the previous episodes that what I mentioned, perfectionism.
Yes, there's certainly a lot of that on my end, on both our ends actually.
I'm sorry.
no, you're
Oh my God, this has been such a fun episode, man. Let's see. Do I have any other questions? Any other questions while we have the man of the hour here?
He just walked out.
Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, let me think. Let me think.
Or I
Uh,
can answer. That's fine.
yeah, no, yeah, you definitely can answer, but I'll get his side of the story too at some point in the way. Just let me stop.
Asshole.
Yeah, yeah, me, I take that as a compliment, ladies and gentlemen.
Me too.
Yeah,
Shoot.
this is how we communicate. This is us. Anyway, what do you call it? No, let's see. Hmm. Okay, we covered pet peeves, obviously. Okay, oh, here's a good one. Something that you hope Nick would do one day that he currently doesn't do. Like, I don't know how to.
No, no, I get it. I guess to work on his procrastination because like again, and I'm learning this, I can't see me through other people.
Hmm.
I understand we share the same wavelength and mind most of the time, but I got to remember that he is a different individual. So so it's just the procrastination, him procrastinating, like because it's like with me, if I have an idea, I'm already like in my head trying to like plan it out,
Hmm.
analyzing, figuring out the do's and the don'ts, researching, whatever. Him, if we're in discussion about it, or something, he'll take his time or get distracted doing something else. And I'm over here like planning what we discuss out or whatever. I don't know.
No, I no, okay,
You
I
get what I'm
understand that.
saying?
Yeah, I understand that.
Like I
I
understand we're not perfect, but
absolutely not.
I don't know. I just like planning
Okay.
things out in advance. I don't do it all the time, but but if it's like something life changing, then yeah, I'm like, yeah, we got to get on it now. We got to get the ball rolling, yada yada yada.
Okay, no, no, I that's perfect. That's a perfect response, man. Oh, this has been such a fun episode, man. Oh my goodness. This is everything that I thought it would be and more. And more. I did not We were not expecting that special appearance by Nick, but we got it, and this is good. This is one that I will cherish forever. That when we look back on the 1, 2, 3 year anniversary of the show, this is probably
Oh,
my favorite ones, one of my favorites that I've ever done. Even though
oh,
we're
yeah,
early,
same.
even though we're early in, I'm sure there'll be plenty of more memories, but
There will.
this is definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, no, rather than end, I know I try to end on a positive note and give you guys a quote of the week, but I'm gonna forego that this week, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about, and feel free to chime in, Lay.
Okay.
If you want, I'm going to talk about something that I saw online this week that really bothered me. Not a lot of things bother me, but this kind of got to me. So to put this in context, the new WWE 2K24 video game dropped this week, and there are three different covers for the game. On the standard edition, you have Cody Rhodes. On the deluxe edition, you have two female athletes, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. And then on the 40 Years of WrestleMania edition, which is the digital version of the game, you have just all the past stars that made WrestleMania one of the biggest events in professional wrestling. Well, the biggest event in professional wrestling over the last 40 years. So,
Mm-hmm.
but the pet peeve, the the senses going on online amongst a bunch of a group of assholes are
Oh, the keyboard warriors.
there you go. There it is. So a group of keyboard warriors, as Lay so eloquently just put it, say that the deluxe edition of the game, which I just mentioned, had these two amazing women, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, on it.
Mm-hmm.
They they say that these keyboard warriors say that these women do not belong on the cover of the game, and why are they on the cover of the game? And they're hitting on both of them, but the specific emphasis is on Bianca Belair, just who happens to be an African American woman, and the first African American woman to grace the cover of WWE 2K24. And so their emphasis is uh oh, that she doesn't belong on the cover because, not only is she a woman, but she's an African American woman, and WWE needs to, you know, appeal to that community instead of appealing to their actual fan base. And I'm just like,
Well, here we
would
go.
would you please shut the fuck up? Because what do you call it? Because first of all, you can't do all these keyboard warriors that want to sit back and spew their hatred toward the amazing woman of WWE and pro wrestling in general. It's been happening for years, but now it's just blatant. The internet is just it can be a toxic place sometimes, and that could be a whole another episode for a whole other day. But what do you call it? No, it's just it blows my mind, man. Rhea Ripley, probably the current active longest reigning champion, right? Well, on the women's side, the longest current reigning champion on the women's side, and then Royal Rumble winner. What else? She just main evented the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in her hometown of in her home country of Australia. Just so many accomplishments. And Bianca Belair, same thing with her. Multiple championships, Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner. You're so by Bianca Belair being an African American woman and them being women in general, you're diminishing their accomplishments, and you're trying to take away from what they've done in this business. I mean, women have come a long way from the days of the late 90s to early 2000s, which was considered the Attitude Era in WWE, where women were relegated to 2-minute matches and
Yep.
fighting for a TV spot. And then when they got these 2-minute matches, there it would be a bra and panties match, or a gravy bowl match, or just some sort of sexualized type of match that
They over sexualize the woman.
right, or some sort of oversized sexualized match
Hmm.
to appeal to male that 18 to 35 demographic, but anyway, yeah, no. And women's wrestling has come a long way. I mean, they main evented pay-per-views. They've the women's Royal Rumble, is like 4 years old. Prior to 4 years ago, there was only one Royal Rumble match, and then women are in the elimination chamber now, and all this good stuff. And like, some people just want to live in the past, and ignore the progression that and how far this business has come. So the bottom line here is, fucking stop watching if you don't like it. Like, it's gonna happen whether you like it or not. So just stop watching. Like, I'm just gonna let Lay, say her piece as an African American woman. So let's hear from an African American woman, and uh, a great person.
I don't watch wrestling often, but I am very much aware of who is Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, right?
Hmm.
First of all, they're both beautiful women. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, sorry. I got off track, but damn, they're gorgeous. Very talented, fucking amazing. They deserve all the greatness that's coming their way. However, to know that Bianca is on the cover, that's a huge accomplishment for not just her, but women of color in the business, in the industry, who are fans. Because I can't even think of, like, throughout all the covers on the game, I mostly see men. I most majority of them were just like men on the cover of the games. And I was like, yo, there are some talented ass females in the business. Why they're not blessing us on the cover?
So
But
no, go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, go ahead, go ahead. You could correct me if I'm wrong.
No, 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 no. You're right. You're right. There's only one other cover where a female was featured, and that was WWE 2K20, which featured
Oh yeah,
both Roman Reigns and Becky Lynch on the cover. But this is the first all female cover of the game, so that's why it's
yeah.
such a big.
It's like we were, the women in the business were overshadowed a lot, and their matches usually were considered bathroom breaks, right?
Yeah,
Those
absolutely.
were the bathroom break matches. But to see Bianca on the cover this year, that's amazing. It's well deserved. And of course, you're going to get your fair share of keyboard warriors talking their shit. But I guaranteed if Rhea was just on the cover, she would have gotten the same heat too. I guarantee, but because she's a woman.
Mm.
However, so either way, these keyboard warriors wouldn't have been satisfied. They would have been like, "Oh, he deserves to be on a cover, or or this other wrestler who's a male deserves to be on a cover, not her." I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go into a rant. It's just it pisses me off because nobody's ever satisfied. It's like people are bitching and moaning online, but guaranteed if they're confronted, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It was a misunderstanding, yada yada yada. I I was just kidding around. I'm a huge supporter of women rights and I'm like, it's all fun and games until they're confronted.
Yeah,
All fun and games.
yeah.
But
Oh,
congratulations to both women.
absolutely,
Con-
absolutely,
Congratulations, because it's well deserved. It's about damn time.
absolutely. And
And these women's matches, recent day, have been kicking ass.
absolutely, yeah.
I, yo,
No, and Lay is absolutely right with what she's saying. It's like you know the times just like the years change and times change. We don't have a lot of things that we used to love growing up aren't around anymore.
mhm,
The business has changed, and
yep.
and it's evolving, and people just wanna live in the past. Like I don't get it, but anyway, like
Wait,
Lay
wait. I have
said.
something else. I
Sure,
have
sure.
something else
Please, please,
about this.
please.
I love that the women are not just your typical blonde hair, blue eyes woman. Don't get me wrong. I love all women. I do. But just to see women who are who look like me more often on the roster, who's alternative, just like who's just breaking all the boundaries and barriers that was considered norm back in during the Attitude Era in the 80s and whatnot. It's amazing because these women came a long way, and they're whooping the men's ass too, especially Rhea and Bianca. Sorry, I'm getting into it,
No, please. This
but
is this is why I brought
like
this up. This is
it's
why I brought it up.
because I've been a wrestling fan since the late '90s, and I love my men wrestlers. Don't get me wrong, but it's time for representation for us women. And the women I was seeing were just mainly blonde hair, blue eyes, who was like just who were over sexualized. And their talents were just overshadowed because, they no nobody the fans, not the fans, I'm sorry, because media didn't want the woman to showcase their actual talents. They wanted them to be sex symbols. It pissed me off.
No, and you're absolutely right. And the first woman to kind of break that mold was China.
Yes.
we were talking about Lay and I were talking about China the other day, and just reflecting on our memories of China. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about a trailblazer?
Woo!
First woman to enter the Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble, when there was only one Royal Rumble back then.
Mm-hmm.
First Intercontinental Champion. First and only female Intercontinental Champion. Uh,
Yep.
what do you call it? Multi-time women's champion. Just a trailblazer.
Yes. Oh, I still have a crush on her.
Yeah, no. Rest in
Sh-
peace to China.
God, you rest in peace, man. Oh, and you know what's awesome? What Rhea did? Like she wore a similar outfit that China
Yeah,
wore.
yeah, she did.
That was fucking sexy. Like,
She did.
yes,
She did, and I believe
fucking
that
love her.
was, yeah, I believe that was at WrestleMania last year. Correct if I'm
Hmm.
yeah, you correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, she did pay tribute to China, which was one of her
Yep.
biggest influences. Um,
Gosh.
but yeah, no, it
Woo.
like just the bottom line is just fucking stop watching the product if you refuse to move forward and evolve with the times, man. That's the bottom line here.
Right. But you know what? They're not ready for that conversation. They're
For
not.
real. Like it's
I'm like,
ridiculous. Like,
I just can't believe we're still at this point.
yeah, it's incredibly sad, honestly. Honestly. But with that being said, I'm sorry to end on such a negative note, but it just was something that I needed to get off my chest, man. And I'm not obviously I am not a woman, but I am all about I support my ladies, man.
Yes.
I'm all about female empowerment. And if that makes you feel
Agree.
some kind of way, if that makes you feel some kind of way, then fuck it, feel the kind of way that you want to feel. But anyway, uh yeah, so with that being said, I guess those are beautiful parting words. And with that being said, this has been another episode of LayIzzy's Introspection Connection. I am Izzy.
I am late.
And we are out of time. We will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.